My dear students, today I will teach you the adventures of Toto. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tanga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tanga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. Now here we are talking about the adventures of Toto, a new lesson in your class 9 English supplementary reader in English reader, okay? And in this part you have this lesson as second one, the adventures of Toto. And in this lesson you will get an idea about the insightful mind, an intelligent mind, and very polite and very good and honesty and very good and loving person who is keeping the pet animals, but at the same time he has a soft corner for all the pet animals. So when we will find the list of the animals as kept as pet animal in his house, then we will get the idea that what a variety of animals he has kept at home. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tanga driver. There was a Tanga driver. From him, he had bought a small baby monkey and only worth of rupees 5. But this story is all about very much before, very earlier, this type of cost of a thing, of an animal, it is actually a great cost. पहले के ज़माने में जो 5 रुपए होते थे वो बहुत ज़्यादा होते थे. आज के ज़माने में 5 रुपए बहुत कम हैं, लेकिन बहुत पुराने ज़माने में जब ये किताब लिखी गई थी तब ये 5 रुपीस बहुत ज़्यादा हम कह सकते हैं. You are thinking that 5 rupees, only 5 rupees, and it is actually not. The 5 rupees, it is a little bit great amount for a monkey, for a small baby monkey. The Tanga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough. Feeding trough, the place where the monkey was tied, and in a very miserable way. The poor monkey was tied the full day when the Tanga driver was busy in driving the vehicle. And then he moved to and fro. He was going to the great distance, and that time the monkey was tied also to its feeding trough. And for that reason, the monkey was in a terrible condition. The condition or the situation of the monkey was very, poor. And that time, grandfather used to meet the Tanga driver just for a vehicle, and when he rode the vehicle, that time he had seen the monkey's poor condition, and for that reason he thought that he would keep the monkey to his home as a pet compartment where all the animals are kept. Okay, so now here the next line I read. The monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. He had mentioned his home as a private zoo of pet animals. And now the condition of the monkey was so bad, that's why it is written here that it looked so out of place. वो जगह ऐसी जगह लग रही थी कि लगता ही नहीं कि वहाँ पे कोई एनिमल इस तरीके से बंधा हुआ रहना चाहिए. उसकी हालत को देखकर बहुत परेशान हुए, और तब ग्रैंडफादर ने सोचा कि मेरा तो एक प्राइवेट जू है, मैं बहुत सारे एनिमल्स रखता हूँ, उनमें एक मंकी भी हो जाए, इट्स ओके. सो ही थॉट एंड ही बॉट द स्मॉल बेबी मंकी एट or the cost of 5. Okay, Toto was a pretty monkey. Now we are talking about Toto, the animal whom the grandfather had decided to keep in his private zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey, very good and very loving monkey. छोटा सा प्यारा सा बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा था वो. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. हम जानते हैं छोटे छोटे बंदर बहुत बदमाश होते हैं, and Its eyes is reflecting that its naughtiness, its naughty attitude. And sparkling eyes are showing its mischief attitude. Mischief means badmash, very naughty. And deep set eyebrows. Eyebrows are showing that कुछ तो करना है, कुछ बदमाशी करनी है. हर चीज में वो कुछ बदमाशी करने के बारे में सोच लेते. So all the time they are thinking something to do, something mischief, something tricky thing that disturb others but that gives a great enjoyment to their heart. And his teeth, when it was showing its teeth, when it is smiling or making some sound, the monkey was showing the teeth also, and that teeth, that eyes reflecting its witty mind, its terrific naughtiness and naughty attitude, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. Now, little bit comical, the writer has become that उसके जो दांत थे वो ऐसे एकदम स्पार्कल की तरह यानी कि मोतियों की तरह चमक रहे थे. जैसे हम ऐड देखते हैं मोतियों जैसा चमकाए, तो मोतियों के जैसे उनके दांत मंकी के यानी कि द एनिमल, पेट एनिमल के दांत चमक रहे थे. और ये दांतों को देखकर उन्हें एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है कि जैसे इंडियन एंग्लो लेडीज़ या एंग्लो इंडियन लेडीज़ के दांत जैसे एकदम स्पार्कल की जैसे सफ़ेद बहुत ही ब्राइट होते हैं, ठीक उसी तरीके से मंकी के दांत स्पार्कल कर रहे हैं, चमक उठे हैं. जस्ट फॉर मेकिंग दिस द सिचुएशन, द स्टोरी लिटिल बिट कॉमिक, लिटिल बिट अम्यूजिंग, the writer has written this line. The line has no deep meaning, no inner meaning or anything. Okay? So now what is next is written, but his hands looked dried up as though they had been prickled in the sun for many years. आपने देखा होगा जो एनिमल्स के हाथ होते हैं या पैर होते हैं उनकी जो अंडर आर्म या वहाँ पे स्किन होती है बहुत ही रफ होती है, because they are using these hands to climb the trees, to hold the branches, to tear the leaves and the branches. For that reason their skins get rough, and for that reason its grandfather was looking at eyes, teeth, and at the same time he was watching the skin of monkey's hand, and those hand skin were very rough. Okay, and now what is written in the next? Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good look, and also served as a third hand. He was describing the monkey's attitude, the features, the physical characteristics, and at the same time he has written something in the bracket just out of context. He wanted to say something different. Later I will discuss about that. Just I'm talking about first about monkey's characteristics. Now here what is going on? Yet his fingers were quick and wicked. Quick means all the time the fingers are working in a different speedy way, and wicked बहुत ही बदमाश जैसे हाथ जैसे कुछ करने को तैयार हैं. जैसे कि हाथ होते हैं ना, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि आपके हाथ ऐसे कर जैसे कुछ करना है. So all the time their hands, their fingers are all the time active to do something, to disturb others, to catch the animals, to capture the place, anything, something activity they want to do, and all the time it is very quick action. And also the tail, about its tail also he has explained that it looks very beautiful. For overall his body structure, adding the tail, is also looking very nice, very good. And here is also grandfather has added something more, that grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good look. किसी के भी पूंछ या हम कह सकते हैं tail बहुत ही अच्छी लगती है. He is in comical mood, and so that's why with sometimes his witty remarks also gives us some relishment, some enjoyment. Okay. Now the next is that yet his fingers were quick and wicked. Also served as a third hand, but for monkey this tail is used as third hand, isn't it? And He could use it to hang from a branch and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. कुछ कुछ चीज़ें जो सिर्फ बंदर कर सकते हैं, ऊपर चढ़ सकते हैं, using their tail, using their fingers and hand, isn't it? And the animals, especially the monkey, they use their third hand, their tail as a third hand. They have two hands, according the four limbs, the two legs also, and also the third one is third hand is used as tail. Okay. Now this paragraph is completed, and now from this paragraph we have got to know about monkey's physical characteristics, its looks, how it looks to the eyes of grandfather. We know how a monkey looks, but here we are getting the detailed account of how Toto looks. टोटो देखने में कैसा लगता है, टोटो कैसा फीचर है, उसके हाथ कैसे, उसकी आंखें कैसे, वो कैसे कितना बदमाश दिख रहा है, या वो कैसा सोचता है, वो क्या करना चाह रहा है, ये सारी बातें ग्रैंडफादर सोच रहे हैं कि वो कैसा दिख रहा है. पहली बार एक एनिमल को देखकर जब हम कुछ एक एजम्पशन करते हैं, एक आइडिया करते हैं, ग्रैंडफादर ने भी जो आइडिया किया उस आइडिया के बारे में इस पैराग्राफ में लिखा है कि उन्होंने टोटो को किस रूप में देखा, कितनी बदमाशी करते हुए देखा, उसके फीचर्स को क्या समझा. ओके, सो यहाँ हम एक मंकी के बारे में नहीं, मंकी द टोटो पेट एनिमल that was bought by grandfather, हम उनके बारे में सोच रहे हैं, हम उनके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि टोटो जो ग्रैंडफादर ने खरीदा था, जिस बंदर को या जिस मंकी को, उस बंदर में क्या खास बातें थी, वो कैसा दिखता है, इनके बारे में आज हमने बातें की. सो वी हैव गॉट टू नो हाउ टोटो लुक्स, हाउ टोटो making different disturbances to others, how miserable life he had spent to the tanga driver, how he felt or he suffered throughout the day, how he looked, and what type of characteristics grandfather had got in Toto. So these things we have got to know from this paragraph. Now in the next video I will tell you about the next paragraph, what grandfather had talked about in the next paragraph. Okay.